Hey everybody, John McLaughlin here with a very special guest as we get ready to kick off Second Amendment Day in Iowa on the 24th, and that is some chick who shoots. Now, I'm not saying that like I just ran into some chick who shoots. That's literally what she calls herself online. Paige Roux from Arizona, welcome.
Thanks for having me. That's exactly why I named it that, is I'm just some chick who shoots.
So you've got a long background in firearms. I spend my winters down in the Phoenix area, so I'm a little familiar with you through Shooter's World, but just kind of introduce yourself to Iowans, and you'll be coming up to speak at our event on Thursday.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm actually speaking at your guys' 2A day, and then I'm also speaking at Iowa State University. Long background, I guess, kind of the cliff notes is I grew up in my family's indoor shooting range. So my dad was in law enforcement and in the military, and he purchased an indoor shooting range in Phoenix, Arizona, called Shooter's World, like you mentioned. And we have expanded. He's owned it for about 20 years now. And we've expanded to 3 locations. And I basically grew up in the range. So I became a firearms instructor, not realizing that it was going to be my passion until about 2018. I was going to school, I was going to college for hospitality management, and I was teaching classes specifically for women, and I realized what a passion I had for specifically new shooters. I love helping new shooters get that confidence, and that's difficult for some instructors. I love having the patience. I love working with kids and just teaching them that this big scary thing can actually be a tool that's very empowering. And so I started my Instagram around that time in 2018 and just started growing rapidly. I didn't even expect it. And now I am a contributor for Turning Point USA in Phoenix, Arizona. And then I also have a gun show called Reloaded to help basically reach people nationwide about the Second Amendment and exercising that and learning about firearms.
Right. So the Reloaded, that is on YouTube. And just kind of tell me a little bit about this whole Turning Point thing. I watched some of that with the conference that was recently in the Phoenix area. And you were on a panel up there with a lot of the big players in the business. How did you get involved in Charlie Kirk and Turning Point?
I'm blessed for sure. And they found me on my Instagram page and they reached out to me. I wasn't super familiar with Turning Point at that time. It was in 2020 during that election, or leading up to it, about summer before. And for me, and we've kind of talked about this too, is as a firearms instructor, I want to help anyone regardless of your political view, because that's your Second Amendment right. And so I try not to be as political on my Instagram page, because I don't want to shut that group out. I want to be an open arms of, I can answer any questions for you and we can have a nice conversation. Disagree, whatever, but I want to be able to help you with the firearm regardless. And so Turning Point reached out to me wanting to be an ambassador for them. And I wasn't really familiar. It wasn't a good time for me. And basically we just kind of kept in touch. And then they said, we want to have you for a production. I completely thought that they wanted me as a guest expert. And so I went to headquarters, met with the director, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just like, okay, what do you guys want me to do? And we sat down after an hour, about an hour tour, and they were like, let's talk about your show. And that's when I found out I was doing a gun show at Turning Point USA. And ever since then, it's been almost a year since I've really met with them and talked. And it's just been like drinking from a fire hose, but of absolute goodness, just pushing my limits, and being able, like, I'm going to Iowa because of Turning Point USA, and I'm so blessed that they're giving me that opportunity and pushing my limits to also be an advocate for the Second Amendment, which I was kind of staying in my corner of, I'm just going to teach Arizona and whoever follows me on Instagram. And now I'm on a panel with Jack Posobiec talking about, about the Second Amendment. And it's amazing. And they constantly push me, and I'm blessed for sure.
It is fantastic because we need folks that are your age to continue this whole thing, because if it's all 50-year-old guys that are teaching firearms, the whole thing's going to kind of end here.
I know. Well, thankfully, I think it is getting a little bit younger. Even at I went to Arizona's 2A rally, is what they called it, a few weekends ago. And oh my gosh, even the presence of just demographics, it was varying, and I was impressed with it. I'm seeing it kind of mix, and that's impressive to see. I think there's hope.
Absolutely. And the fact that you'll get on the Iowa State campus and have a chance to talk, that's big. So,
No, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
all right. Well, we certainly want to encourage folks to turn out. I know there's a lot of young people that are familiar with you, and there's a couple girls that you'll meet at the event. The Gibson girls, they're big 2A people. They're actually one of the impetus for a lot of the changes that got made in Iowa, so the teenagers can learn to shoot and hold pistols and things like that. So I think you'll be in a good crowd, and we just look forward to seeing you here very shortly up in a state that'll be slightly colder than Arizona.
I gotta pull out a parka or something. I don't know how cold it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's probably going to be in the 20s and maybe even a little bit of snow. So prepare accordingly.
No, are you serious?
I am serious.
We need to go shopping then. All right, good to know. Thanks for
All right.
letting me know.
Well, I appreciate you taking a few minutes with us, and we just want to get folks excited to meet you and to hear you talk, not only at the Capitol, but up at the home of the Cyclones, where I went to college, Iowa State University. So thank you very much this morning.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.